Hello everyone. Been thinking a lot about the last 48 hours. Not the main events, but so much as my involvement in them and what people have said to me and about me. What I've said about other people and whether it was justified and whether it wasn't, whatever. But on a macro scale, if you will, I've been thinking about social expectations. Institutions and rulers get into fights because of resources, because of points of personal privilege, because of status, because of population pressure, all kinds of reasons. But they generally have to do with very concrete things, with one exception. And that's if, well, let's just say that in order to get people to fight, all you have to do is figure out what the group of people you want to affect believes people should do. Look at your target, find out what your target isn't doing on that list, and then point that out. The more closely held the social expectation, the greater the rage. And once that rage starts, it quite often becomes a cascading set of negative associations with your target, sometimes completely unrelated to reality, where people will just be making up stuff about, whether your target is a secret Muslim, quote unquote, or a crypto fascist, or something strange. And it is just amazing how it becomes it's not a perpetual motion machine, because a perpetual motion machine doesn't increase in overall energy as time goes on. It's an energy sump. The problem isn't keeping it going. The problem is stopping it once you've started it and directing it, because it will add targets and priorities as it goes along, as this realization of otherness on the part of your target changes in the collective consciousness of the population you're trying to control. And this is very much like the YouTube drama that's been happening. And when I say YouTube drama that's been happening, I don't mean current events. I mean YouTube drama in general. Somebody makes a video pointing out that such and so said so and so was X, Y, or Z. And with each retelling and each subsequent video, the atrocities of any party involved become greater and greater and more horrible, and new chapters are added onto this epic saga of tragedy or horror or what have you. It's really a fascinating thing to look at. And I suppose the point I'm taking away from this is that there is something very valuable that we can all learn from it. And it has nothing to do with how to treat your fellow man or woman or small furry animal, whatever. The first and most important lesson is, okay, if leaders and nations, and here's that one exception, if leaders and nations or institutions get individuals to fight or oppose something by using social expectations, just think about every piece of propaganda you've ever seen. They don't believe in our way of life, etc. Then who is using your social expectations to make you fight someone or oppose something? And are these social expectations something you believe, or something you've been told you should believe, or that all good people believe, or the people around you believe? Because social expectations depend entirely upon agreement for their enforcement and even for their very reality. So question whether you should be giving them that reality, and question when they're used against you. Thank you for your time and attention.